Mariners lose 6-1. They fall to 87 and 74 on the season. They lose the third game of a 4-game series against the Rangers. They still have a 2-1 lead in the series, but with the loss, they are eliminated from American League West title contention, and they are eliminated with the Houston Astros winning 1-0 over the Arizona Diamondbacks from playoff contention. Let's go over the scoring place because we did it every episode other than, a couple. We did it for most of the episodes. It counts. Third inning, Nathaniel Lowe singles to center to score Marcus Semien. Jonah Heim singles to right to score 2 runs. Leota Taveras singles to right to score another run. It's 4-0 at the end of the third. Jonah Heim walks with the bases loaded in the fourth. 5-0. Rangers attack one more on with a Marcus Semien double off of Andres Munoz to make it 6-0. Mariners do get one with an Eugenio Suarez homer. 6-1. It's over. Before we do all that, let us thank the good people of Simply Seattle for sponsoring the show all year. We really appreciate the support. You can find the very best in Mariners, Seahawk, Kraken, Huskies, Sounders, Storm, Tacoma Rainiers, all sorts of great stuff. Hats, hoodies, jackets, t-shirts. It's all there at Simply Seattle. Use code MOLLYWOP15 to save 15% off your order. We really appreciate the support all year, Simply Seattle. There's still one more to go, and we will thank you. Thank you for everything. I mean, I really could just sit in here in silence all day. Done a lot of that lately. All right, let's just start. There's no positives. There's no frickin' positives to take from today. I wish there was, but there's not. Luis Castillo pitched poorly. He escaped those first couple of innings, but he couldn't escape the third. And look, if you want to point out the fact that with 2 outs, the reason that inning keeps going is because Adolis Garcia hits a 12-foot single or whatever. I think it would have gotten to third base probably, but you know what I mean. Go ahead. That's true. He walked 5 today, and he just couldn't put away hitters in that third inning. Really poor effort. And combine that with his start against Houston, and it's extremely disappointing to see what he did. And we are a daily show. We react to what happens the day of the game. And there's no denying that Luis Castillo has been overall a successful starting pitcher in 2023. Was a legitimate Cy Young contender for the majority of the year. Have no regrets about the trade. Have no regrets about starting Castillo's in games like this. Have no doubt that he's capable of getting the job done. Folks, look what he did last year. There is no denying that Luis Castillo is a fantastic pitcher, and I'm super happy to have him for 2024. But there's also no denying that he did not get the job done today in the biggest regular season game for the Mariners in 28 years. That's just the reality of the situation. Matt Brash couldn't throw strikes today. It's not really, the damage had been done, but that didn't help. Another 8 walks today. I believe that's 16 walks that they gave up in the last 2 games. Some tight zones, sure. That's just too much self-inflicted damage against a good lineup. And before I get into anything else, I do want to congratulate the Texas Rangers. I'm extremely happy for that fan base, and I'm extremely happy that a team that went out and tried was rewarded, likely with a division title, depending on what happens tomorrow. Congratulations to them. That's really cool. Happy for them, happy for their fan base, and happy for their front office because they went out and made an effort, and they're being rewarded for that effort. And don't take that as a shot against the Seattle Mariner necessarily. It is a compliment to the Rangers. They went out, they spent money, they still have a fantastic farm system, they made trades, and they're being rewarded with a postseason appearance and very likely a division title. Or if not very likely, a very strong chance of a division title. Good for them. Doesn't change how sad I am, though. I wanted playoff baseball back in Seattle again so bad. Making the postseason 2 straight years, something they've only done once in their franchise history, was something that I not only wanted, I expected. And we'll have our obituary in the coming days. You know, if you guys want in the comments to leave your this is why this happened and this is why this happened, you're more than welcome to. My comment section is basically a bulletin board and a way for you guys to vent. I'm not going to go through that too much today. I'm just going to go over this one. And today was bad. And it was another example. We saw this all year. We saw this all year that every time the Seattle Mariners played a complete baseball game, they followed it up with a clunker. And I don't know who to blame for that. But it happened. It happened again. And that's the reason why. That's a major reason why, anyway, that you're not going to see the Seattle Mariners play in the postseason. And that's no longer a hot take. It's there. It's literally there. The Mariners have been eliminated from the playoffs. And I'm sad. I'm very, very sad. Sad about a lot of things, as you probably can imagine. But this didn't help. The offense tonight was dreadful. Julio was awful. Cal was awful. Teoscar was awful. Ty France gets 1 hit, but was awful. Eugenio Suarez, outside of that one homer, like it's such an easy thing to do. All he did was homer. The other 3 at bats were terrible. JP's the only guy who can say he had a decent offensive game. And I guess Suarez because he hits the homer, but he and Julio both had a golden opportunity to get the Mariners get back into this game with the bases loaded, and they both had terrible at bats. And I guess the one thing I want everyone to take from this is today's not the reason why the Seattle Mariners are not going to the postseason. It's the culmination of it, but it's not today. It's not today. I'm not saying today didn't suck. Today sucked. And then watching here was a fun one if you didn't see it. So you're relying on the Arizona Diamondbacks to keep you alive. It's 1-0 Astros. The bases are loaded, and Hector Neris comes in and gets the job done. And it's not obviously I'm not saying this because Hector Neris is some terrible pitcher or anything. It's just after what happens on Wednesday, to have that be the final nail in the coffin for your Seattle Mariners making the postseason is just a chef's kiss to a disappointing as heck season. Mariners can still play spoiler if they want. Mariners win, and the Astros Mariners win, the Astros win, then Houston goes to gets that AL West title. I think a lot of people would prefer the Mariners not to win and Texas to take that title. And if I have that wrong and somehow I missed that Texas clinched the division somehow because of like a 38th tiebreaker or something like that, I don't care. But I'm 99% sure that Texas still has to win tomorrow to clinch the division, or Houston has to lose. Pretty sure Texas's magic number to clinch the division is 1. I will still have a recap tomorrow. I promised you I'd recap all 162 games. I realized that I have technically recapped 159 because one video was me just going nah for 13 seconds, and one video was me refusing to talk about baseball because my mom died. But I promised you I'd get 162 videos up, and I will get 162 videos up. If for some reason this is your last stop by for the season, that's disappointing because I'm going to have a lot more videos coming up. But thank you. Thank you very much. Hope you stay and come by because I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff. We'll talk more about it on Sunday. We'll talk more about it on Monday too. I think on Monday anyway. Just an absolute poop show. Just hit my hand. But I'm sad. And, the dark humor in me says this is just the perfect ending to the absolute worst week of my life. If you haven't yet, please hit like and subscribe. Follow me on all the websites. I love you guys. But today sucks.